Hello, everybody. 4 days away till Valentine's Day. Yeah, fucking the love holiday. And, speaking of love, there is certainly a lot of lack of love and when it comes to actually protecting the children. You see, people want to protect the children, Emil, until it's actually time to protect the children. We'll get all up in arms about Epstein. We'll get our panties in a knot over Epstein. But God for fucking bid that we need to give people an ID online so that we don't have kids getting on the internet. And I have to wonder, for what reason, for what real, honest, logical reason would you be against the idea of putting your face on your internet, and more than just your face, your identity, who you are? Because, and I think the only reason you'd have a problem with it, and let's just call a spade, the only reason you have a problem with this is if, well, we can say it's possible that you're just under the delusion of fear-mongering. I'll allow an out for people so they're not completely evil, right? I'll give them an out. Ignorance. They just simply, and being scared. They simply are just operating under this fear-mongering narrative of, oh, they're out to get your data! They're out to get your data! They're selling your data! These data brokers! And it's like, what data are you concerned about? Unless it's your bank account information, which, by the way, if it was, the economy would probably crash. So we can safely assume it wasn't your bank account information that got leaked, right? We can, if there was any information to protect, which nobody made the argument when I was looking in the comment section. Nobody was making this argument, which shows how full of shit they are. But the only information that you genuinely want to protect is that, and nobody's even saying that. So I know that that's not what this is about, right? It is literally about putting your face to your fucking words. Are people, and I know I will get criticism, because I have not showed my face. And I'm putting words out right now. I recognize this. However, to that, I will say, face reveal at 1 million subs. Face reveal at 1 million subs. See, mystery does do something for people. But I say mystery, not purposeful obfuscation and lies, which is what the internet is, right? So, what are your thoughts on this Discord age verification, scanning our IDs?
Well,
I think these people are cowards.
I think, I know that there's very specific information that someone can get that could allow you to take out money in somebody's name. Like, you don't even need a bank account. Like, if you get, like, I think a social security number and a bunch of personal information, like random personal information can actually like compromise accounts. It really depends.
You know?
There's a lot of factors, but random personal information can compromise accounts. And there's specific things that can allow a hacker to take out money in your name and just cause, like, open a brand new credit card with like $10,000 on it and run up the numbers, and now you owe $10,000.
You know, like, it's funny. The greatest irony that I think I've just stumbled upon. Yeah. Okay, sure. But I think the greatest irony that I stumbled upon is that if you got rid of internet anonymity, it would actually be easier to track those crimes. It would genuinely be easier to track those identity theft crimes where they're doing things in other people's names, because we would already have the other person's name on a record. You know what I mean? Like, we would see these things. So the thing that people are actually scared of, the solution already takes care of the problem. Holy shit, these people are fucking stupid.
Just there's.
Oh my
there's a lot
Holy
of issues.
fuck!
There are a lot
Yeah,
of
and their
issues
fucking
with
minds. No, there's not.
that. You can't just say there's not without hearing what the issues are.
Yeah, go ahead, tell me, but I know there won't be.
The actual internet infrastructure does not make it easy to allow complete control, because it is simple for somebody to fake a computer ID, just like the ID your computer possesses. It's like easy to fake. In fact, VPN does exactly that, and it's going to be like, if you want to have like internet ID, just a blanket like identification for every user on the internet, you would have to change every internet tower, every modem, like the servers themselves. You would have to change all that to allow the extra data to transfer.
It's a good thing we're making these data centers then, but go on.
Because in every communication because in every communication there's going to be your computer ID, and unless like you would bog down the internet severely just trying to have all the confirmations being done about your what your actual like personal ID is. You're gonna bog down the entirety of the internet trying to have that, and we don't have the infrastructure to make it happen.
Not yet. But to that end, I will just say our electric grid is completely outdated. So that is inevitably going to be updated. So that will be part of the infrastructure plan more than likely. So it's a good thing that will certainly happen in the future. We're going to be going to 6G at some point, right? So the idea of having to build new internet towers, Wi-Fi towers, it's not like it's something we don't already do. It would just be another project in the list of humanity's projects. And then what you're talking about, bogging the internet down, like slowing it down, data centers. That's what we're making data centers for. So, like, all of these problems, again, infrastructure, they got to be solved anyway, and they're going to be. Like, it's just an inevitable consequence of just as we increase our technological capabilities.
You know, I am completely incapable of impressing upon you just how difficult it's going to be. So
I don't think I care how I don't care how difficult it is. I just care that it can happen. If it's impossible, we can say then I'll care, but it's not impossible. And so long as that's the case, we should do this. It's logic. I'm trying to create a better fucking humanity here and not have these losers degenerate themselves with anonymity. I got accused of being a fucking data broker. I work a blue-collar job. I got no time for that shit. I've been poor my entire life. I couldn't go to college for that shit. Unlike the person who's responding to me likely has oodles and oodles of more privilege than I do. You know what I mean? Like, oodles more privilege than I do. Damn, I wish I was a data broker. I'd be making money right now. And if I was making money, I probably wouldn't even be doing this YouTube channel. But I'm here. So I'm here with you people. I'm here, and you have me. You have me. So yeah, no, I mean, the arguments for being against ID, they're just stupid. It's just silly. It doesn't make any sense why to be against it. Like I can hear people's concerns, and like it makes sense. Like, okay, I can hear people's concerns and they make sense. But in the face of like reality and what's before us, it becomes stupid because there's solutions to these things that you're just fear-mongering over. People are just fear-mongering over this shit. Let me maybe scroll down to the comments. Maybe it'll spur on some insight here. Oh yeah. So, the internet it shouldn't be treated like a home. See, people talk about privacy and shit, and I understand privacy. Yeah, people need their privacy. I wouldn't want naked photos of myself getting out there. That's something to be validly private about. And that's what the home is for. And I think what's insidious is that people want to conflate how we treat the home with how we treat the internet. But the internet is a public space. It is the town square. You're not supposed to treat the town square like a private location. You see, like, it's already fucked up just off the jump. Like, it's already fucked up. It doesn't make any sense. The only reason that you would want to privatize the public square is because you want to do evil things. For example, and this wonderful comment, he likely is an anti-ID guy, but he's actually making an argument for me, which is why this comment has like no likes compared to everything else, but I'm gonna bring it up. A bunch of Nepalese Gen Z kids organized the overthrow of their corrupt government on Discord just a few months ago. Hard to imagine these aren't connected. No, of course they're connected. Because violent extremists should not be allowed to fester in the dark. You fucking clowns. And same with pedophiles. We don't want it's the same shit going on in the dark, right? The shit going on in the dark. We don't need that shit to be happening. We need identification for this shit. And that is the only reason that anyone is genuinely up in arms about this. It is because with a move like this, humanity will get closer towards bringing everything in the dark into the light. We just get one step closer towards that inevitable future. I mean, I think a step like this, once you start having digital IDs, then we can start treating phones like public utilities as opposed to like an extension of your wallet. Especially when we move into a world where money becomes fickle, right? Because right now the internet is just an extension of your wallet, but it shouldn't be that. It should be a public space, a public utility. And so once we have these IDs, it'll allow us to make it a public utility. And once we acknowledge it's a public utility, then we can very easily have AI agents scrubbing everyone's conversations, making sure that there's no violence or extremism or fucking horrible ideas spreading around, right? I mean, this would just make the internet a better place. And not even just the internet. It would fucking change humanity a lot, too. We would start becoming better people. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of people on this issue, they will call me crazy. They'll call me data brokers. They will call me anything and everything under the sun, but what they won't call me, Emil, is wrong. Until I say that quote. Then they're just gonna start saying I'm wrong just to, you know what I mean. They're just gonna, because they're children. They're fucking children, these people. They have the minds of a fucking 2-year-old. So as soon as I say that quote, everyone's gonna be like, no, actually, I think you're wrong. Oh, okay. Explain why I'm wrong now. And I don't want to hear any ad hominem attacks. Because that's all these people got for me. It is the most consistent argument that I've ever gotten against the majority of my ideas is, you're crazy. It's like, okay, better than being wrong. Better than being morally fucking bankrupt. Better than being an evil piece of shit that needs to die, right? Like, man, I'm very convinced that the average person's intelligence is just less than a snail. It's a shame. It's a shame. And then I saw another argument because I was, getting busy in the comments section. They was talking about how, oh, we just need parents to be better, and it's just like, well, hold on. We don't even know what love is. People can't even parent their children. Even if we knew how to parent our parent our children, we still wouldn't even be able to, because we aren't even engaging in our relationships properly. So you wouldn't even be able to take care of your children if you can't even fucking love your husband or wife. Like, it's so dumb. It's so silly. You're like, we gotta fix that problem before we even worry about the fucking children, right? And by the way, fixing that problem first is actually worrying about the children. Because we need to fix that so that we can bring children into this world in the proper order, right? So it's just, these people, man, it really feels like it's a lot of fear-mongering. It is just fear-mongering. And that's a very popular thing to do these days. It's like kind of mainstream. It's kind of like the thing that gets monetized. Like if you're famous, like if you got a voice, if you're an influencer, there's a 99% chance that I'd be willing to bet that in your day-to-day live conversations that you have with people, you're probably peddling some sort of fear narrative. Like, you're probably saying something along the lines of, like, ooh, these shadowy group of people, or, ooh, these group of people, whoever it is, we gotta be cautious of them, and it's like you're just spreading fear. We're not actually interested in spreading solutions. Most people are just interested in spreading fear. And creating this imagined fantastical other. When we're all in this shit together. People want to protect the children until it's time to protect the children. This isn't child safety, this is a mass surveillance. Actually, it's both. It is both child safety and mass surveillance. And if you have a problem with mass surveillance, you have a problem with child safety. YouTube commenter 100D2F. What a fucking username, by the way. It's like playing with my food right now, man. Like I really just want our videos to start blowing up so I can actually have like more interesting debates and conversations, you know? Because this is just the kiddie. We're just wading in the kiddie pool. Like, I'm just smacking the idiots who just only work on the level of ad hominems, right? Like, I'm just smacking the gnats, the level 1 fucking Pidgey at Pallet Town. That ain't shit. The Caterpie in the grass. Like, this ain't not this kid shit. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm ready to one-shot the final boss right now, though, to be honest. I could go straight to the Elite Four, one-shot Wally's entire squad with an earthquake. With an earthquake. Oh. Yeah, man, lots of hateful people. Speaking of hateful people, I got my first hater today on my channel trailer. Oh, I also wanted to say this. I think we're good. Nah. Maybe at some other point. Right now, this is just a regular video, I suppose. At some point, I will be making a mini-series responding to the comments in particular. Because, you know, I was responding to the comments. I just wasn't showing people the comments. Kind of too lazy to look and dig for them anyway. Because I'm not digging through 188 fucking replies, frankly. I just don't feel like it. I mean, I could, but I just don't feel like it. So that's that. I mean, what other angle is there on this topic? What other angle are we looking at? It seems pretty cut and dry, straightforward to me. Yeah. Yeah, we need a safer internet. We need a safer world. That's for absolute certainty. Do you have any more thoughts to expound upon this subject, Emil?
I mean, if we're speaking in ideals, sure.
Sure.
See,
another great irony is that the government already has
there's going to be like massive hurdles to overcome to get anywhere. And that's for
those people whose job is to overcome those hurdles. My job is to provide the vision. I have the blueprint. I'm not the guy who actually does the building. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
No, I get it.
Which is why I have to operate on the level that I operate. Like, I have to give the blueprint. It's not on me to just make the schematics. That's your part of the job. That's why it's a team project. We're in this together. I'm not gonna solo and do everything. It's not even reasonable. No fucking human being has the legitimate answers to every single thing. Like, there's gonna be gaps in my knowledge where I recognize, oh, this is where I need other people to come in and start speaking. Like, how we arrive to the vision that I'm talking about, right? Like, the logistics of it. Which, of course, will always be a problem. Logistics will always be a problem. It will be humanity's, like, eternal struggle. Logistics. That's what politics is going to be in the future, by the way. It's just going to be a debate about logistics. And it's not even a debate. It would just be... Politics should be boring.
That's what it is already.
If you want to be technical, but most of it's culture.
Sure. I guess
it's a rich,
but there's like
most of it's
anything
culture.
That's actual substance is already logistics. You'd only get rid of the culture arguments in politics when like there's no problems anymore.
Right. So the restored function of government would be that of like 3% or 2% tax, basically, right? And I'm not even sure that would even be a thing in the future, by the way. I don't think taxes will be a thing, but it's just to illustrate the example.
It needs to be a thing.
Maybe. I mean, I'm not entirely sure.
I can say it needs to be because the government is a non-profit organization. The government isn't selling anything because they don't have any income, and the government itself has overhead to deal with. They have to. People have to get paid. They have to give money to they have to give money to companies to run their shit, and And the worst thing is actually every company overcharges the government always.
I didn't even notice this comment. I already addressed it, but I'm going to address it again. Parental incompetence is no excuse for mass surveillance. You're right. The real excuse is that none of y'all niggas know how to actually love each other. Most y'all niggas go into relationships and can't love each other. So, with that being said, you're right. Parental incompetence is no excuse for mass surveillance, but we're not discussing parental incompetence. Y'all don't even know how to love, and if you don't know how to love, you're by definition not gonna know how to parent. So, you're just shooting yourself in the foot here. Absolutely silly argument, makes zero sense. To the extent that it does make sense, it's to the aim and effect of fear mongering. Oh my. What is this clown saying? No one, absolutely no one give them your faces, remain anonymous, and don't let them privatize the internet. What the fuck do you mean privatize? This is toward the end of making the internet more public, and they're talking about privatizing the. You see how these people, like, they're in the upside down. They're not working in actual true reality.
Well,
the
internet can only be privatized if the only way you find any other website is through Google, and then Google becomes privatized. Like, that's the only way it could be. Otherwise, like, if there's another search engine or something, and you can find other websites that way. Because like a website isn't like websites aren't something. They're not like on the cloud. Like, yes, anybody can access them, but they're also like physical things. Like, I could have a website hosted from my computer, and like that's at that point that's like a personal property that can't be privatized, right? Like the privatization would be on the part of like anything, like the websites owned by all these companies, which is also another reason I have like I'm saying it's going to be incredibly hard to do the ID thing, because if a website hosted on my computer, right, has to go through all these requests because it's like there's transmissions each time, and you're adding an extra layer of transmission by doing the ID thing, and
Nice.
you would make it harder for regular people to have websites, which would end up privatizing the internet.
I don't think so.
I'm telling you, that's how
I mean,
it works.
sure. Okay, sure. We'll just change the laws then. It's as simple as just changing the laws. Because no, the internet it will never be privatized. It's an oxymoron in my head. A public-private space? What? Like, it's just an oxymoron. It's literally illogical. It's incompatible. It doesn't make sense. Like, I know the end conclusion of the internet is to be completely public. So, as far as I'm concerned, all of what you said to me, and I'll be honest, it did go out in one ear, out the other. But you essentially provided a context where it could be temporarily sustainable for a section of the internet to be privatized. I'll acknowledge that it's obviously possible. But my vision wants to make that not possible, and we will make it to that point. All these clippy profile pictures, too. They really came out of the woodwork. So, yeah. I think we've basically covered everything. So, any final thoughts on the actual topic, Emil?
No.
Okay, I think that about wraps it up, everybody. Don't be a coward. Don't be a pussy. The kingdom of God is for children, and if y'all disagree with this shit, I really have to genuinely, seriously wonder what your motives are. That's it. We'll see y'all.